If people that you're around don't want to grow, then you have to ask yourself, should I even be around these people?
Now, you know you're not supposed to be reading nobody's diary, but I'll tell you what's in mine.
Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is JERNÉ and this is my diary. In today's video, as you guys can see by the title, one of the biggest shifts I'm making in my level up journey is not giving unsolicited advice, especially if it wasn't asked. So in today's video, I will be going in on having disagreement over responding instead of rescuing and energy management. So let's get right in. I am a empath. I am a giver. I am harmonious. The one thing about me is that I deeply care about people. Another thing about me is that I'm a solution-based type of person. Like, if people come to me, I try to figure out a solution for them, or I'm quick to think of a solution instead of dwelling, because we can dwell for a little while, but at some point we gotta pick ourselves back up. But what I had to realize was that not everybody appreciates, when you're giving them advice. Not everybody values what you say, or let alone even cherish it or cherish you. And I've even experienced individuals talk about that they just rather vent, which is fine sometimes. And I'm gonna get into that into this video as well to help you out, because if they're not asking, we not providing. So on my journey of giving advice to people that, that I truly love, I realized that I was overextending myself emotionally. And the only person that I was hurting was myself, because I cared so much about these people. See, I had to take some time to sit back and realize that I was trying to control their situation for them, even just the outcome, so that they can see the solution. But I had to realize that I'm not able to make nobody see nothing, just like I'm not able to save y'all, save anyone. You're only able to save yourself. On top of dealing with that, there are individuals that that you give advice to, and they just don't have that emotional intelligence. So that's another thing that I saw was deteriorating me, because I'm giving you advice, I care about you, but some people don't see it that way. Also realize that with me giving away so much of my energy is that I'm too valuable. You have to realize how valuable you are and what you're giving away when it's not asked for. So you may have to start being resourceful to certain individuals, especially if they're not appreciating it. And I have to do the same thing. So you're not alone if you got to do that. What I basically did was that I told myself I'm going to start giving myself away to people that aren't grateful for what I have to provide. And there's nothing wrong with it. I can love you from a distance, but if people that you're around don't want to grow, then you have to ask yourself, should I even be around these people? Or even when it comes to your loved ones, you have to ask yourself, should I just love them from a distance? I don't gotta not mess with you. I ain't gotta say I don't F with you, you know what I'm saying? But I might just have to love you from a distance because we're not aligned, And, you have to realize people come in your life for a season as well. You have to factor all these things in, especially when you're giving unsolicited advice or changing how you're going to be giving advice to people. See, now, since I've gone through this and I had to deal with the hurt, I realized and I told my old self, the old me, because I don't do this no more. I'm telling you because you might experience this before, and it's okay. The people that want growth will ask. I learned that asking, the universe asking whoever you believe in for a sign, for anything, they will show you. It will be provided. You ask. What they say about closed mouths don't get fed? Because you didn't ask. They have to ask you on how they can, come out this situation. Don't just automatically give yourself away. That's what I stopped doing. Stop giving myself away so much. And you have to realize that when you're talking to people that don't ask, then you have to ask yourself, do they want validation? Do they want to be transformed? Or is this just another venting session and they just don't want to evolve? Those are just a few questions that you can ask yourself when you are communicating with individuals that you love, or even your friends, your partner. These are some things that you want to ask. Is these people growing with you, or are they holding you back? If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I also have something super special coming for y'all, so that you can step in that true identity of becoming her. You don't want to miss. You need to subscribe and make sure you like this video. When you are asking yourself these questions, you're now setting yourself up to now have new boundaries, because I'm sure that new woman that you're wanting to become has new boundaries set. I hope so, because you don't need motivation, you need standards. Okay, where are you? What did I say in the last few videos? What's your caliber? Okay, you know, what type of woman are you? So what I started doing to help me with, you know, being more conversational, or at least providing a conversation and not automatically giving advice, because that's not what I'm doing. What I started doing now is just like how they're supposed to ask you a question so that they can grow. You ask them a question. Don't automatically just give advice. Ask them, what do you want to do? And you wait to see what they respond and say. You can even ask them, okay, what is the outcome that you want? Just so that you can see where their mind is, and then go back to those questions that I was just having you, you know, ask yourself. Are they seeking validation? Is this another vent session? You know, ask yourself these questions while they're talking, or while you ask them a question. So, you know, you can also ask them is, have you thought about what would happen if you changed something? Or do you think nothing would change? Ask those type of questions. I'm learning too, y'all. Okay, we on this learning journey together. Cause I've had my feelings hurt too many times because I want to see people win, but they gotta see themselves winning. So when you're asking these questions, you're now preserving your energy. It then allows them to have some relationship with themselves, or self-reflection with themselves. You never know, these type of questions have people thinking, because you're not giving the advice out just to be giving it out. We're not doing that no more. When you are asking these questions, it just shows, okay, how serious are they? You know, are they just going to repeat the same cycle because they venting? Or are they looking for a solution so that they can better themselves? But I also want you to do is, especially for all my girlies in their 20s, is to stop trying to be understood. The ones that need to understand you will be around you. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to convince. That even goes into your communication. One thing that I also learned with, you know, on my leveling up journey, is that not everybody deserves access to you. And the advice that you get from your experiences, your emotional intelligence, and even your time, that's not for everyone. And one thing that I've learned is, on my leveling up journey, is that your time is the most valuable thing that you have. So don't allow nobody to waste it. Don't you waste it. Use that time wisely. Last thing I started doing so that I wouldn't give out unsolicited advice was just letting people sit in their own silence. When people go through certain things, their lessons stick better when they gotta figure out what they gotta do. So it's not always up to you to give advice or find a solution for them. I had to realize that. Another thing that I learned too is that when I'm giving advice, I might be in the way of them learning their lesson. This might just be a lesson for them to learn. It might not be meant for me to give them any type of advice. And that's just a renewing of my mind. And the one thing I had to accept and learn, that my loved ones might have to go through certain things in life just so that they learn. They can't say they ain't never heard of nobody tell them anything, because someone like me has tried, but life might be the one that needs to show them and teach them. When you give silence, that shows how respectful you are. It's not you yelling, it's not you disagreeing with them. No, it's not saying nothing at all. Make sure y'all stay tuned, because like I said, I will be dropping something that's going to help you in your identity, girl, so that you can step into that woman that you always desire to be without being afraid. Okay? Overall, I want you to shift your energy from responding and don't rescue. Switch it. Switch it. You don't need to be responding so fast. You ain't no savior. Okay? Unless they ask. You might change their life. So if somebody does ask for, you know, some advice, because, you know, there are people that want to grow, you give them that energy with a good intention. my ass. Have self-respect for yourself. And I ask that the universe continues to show you, you know, what else that you need to do when it comes to leveling up yourself. What is it that's holding you back? And overall, just having the right people be in your life, because not everybody deserves you. You special, okay? And don't freaking forget it. You guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And don't try to see the quality. Do y'all see the quality? Yeah, y'all like this new quality here. But I thank y'all so much for supporting me, and I'm seeing my channel grow. I love y'all so much. We are continuing to leveling up over here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.